greed and corruption defines what the EFF leadership is about. The problem that they've had with Pravin Gordhan and everybody at SARS is that SARS has to go after tobacco smugglers. Now, don't ask me why EFF is so attached to tobacco smugglers and whether some of the leaders live in the yards of tobacco smugglers. Don't ask me any of that. But there's a fundamental problem with a party that will not disclose who funds it and to what extent, in spite of legislative requirements, of a party that wants to participate in taking decisions that impact on the lives of all people. They have major rallies that have all kinds of gadgetry, rising stages for the one who defines himself as commander-in-chief, hasn't commanded anything, but he calls himself that. And the problem for them was always that they were up against SARS. Now, anybody who knew Pravin, anybody who met Pravin, would be able to confirm that his life, his lifestyle, and in fact, the references that Priyesha read to the speech at the NIC is completely against every aspect of greed, corruption, and vanity. I think history will judge that issue.
He was a very disciplined cadre of the movement, and I'm going to follow in his footsteps and not say anything out of turn, as upsetting as it was to hear what the EFF has released. With specific references to things that were difficult that we endured as a family starting late 2015 and early 2016, I think getting 27 questions a few days before delivering a national budget speech would stick out as one of them. Reading in the newspaper that your innocent father might be led away in handcuffs, NPA charges that were filed, taken down, incessant attacks by a public prosecutor who lost every single one of those cases, and all that was achieved was wasting of taxpayer money. Going up against forces in your own party, like was said earlier, was all very distressing for him. But we didn't make any singular decision to stay, and I say we because my father consulted us as a family with before every decision he took. And it wasn't his sole decision to stay in the public arena. He was told and asked by many different people to stay, to fight, because the country needed him. And as a family, we were willing to make that sacrifice. My parents are both political activists and freedom fighters. And as difficult as those attacks were, knowing that my father is an incorruptible, honest man who has only ever served the public to the best of his ability, as difficult as those attacks were to endure, we endured them for the country. And my father does not give up. He is a soldier, he is a fighter, and at no point was there ever a decision to step away until he had felt that in the current role that he was in, he had made the contribution that he could, and he was looking for alternative ways to do that in different forms after his retirement.